Get ready. Hey yo, this is Dash, and I'm going to be trimming up this brisket to go out on the smoker or get out on the smoker. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm gonna show you how I do it. Usually, I have one glove hand and one ungloved hand to represent my clean hand or my dirty hand and my clean hand. I have a cut on my finger, so I'm wearing this glove to protect the cut and what it is I'm doing. Typically, one glove only. People who use two gloves, to me, it's a waste. But because, like I said, I have a cut on my hand, that's why I'm using the second glove. I'm gonna walk you through the process of me trimming up this brisket to be, for me to get cooked and sold. So first I'm gonna fold up my foil so I make sure I create a little bolt here so that I don't make too much of a mess. I'm gonna come in here. This is the underside of the brisket. You see this big piece of fat right here? This is not gonna render. I'm gonna come in and aggressively cut this out. The more fat that's in there, the longer it'll take to cook. This is a 20-ish pound brisket. I usually never cook briskets that are this big, but in a pinch, that's what I found, and that's what I had to cook. I'm just gonna come in, trim this out. It's one of those things where once you do it enough, you'll be able to get the hang of which direction the fat goes in, and you can trim accordingly. I am not gonna be doing anything with this fat. So I'm not making sausage, so I'm not gonna be harvesting this and making more aggressive cuts just for the sake of making aggressive cuts because I quote unquote am gonna make sausage out of it. I'm not. So I'm only trimming what I have to and what will help me cook this brisket faster. I'm just coming in, and any bits of fat, I'm just coming in this way and coming across the top this way to cut it out. Be mindful of your fingers. I know it's kind of difficult from the perspective, but I'm keeping my fingers above where I have the knife going, and I'm trying to keep my hands in the opposite direction, at least for right now. When I flip the brisket over, my hands will go in the same direction where the knife is. On this underside, you'll see bits of chunks of fat like this. You can spend all day cutting this stuff off, or you can just trim a good majority of it off. This is what separates people who are doing this for money sometimes versus people who are doing this for fun. Because of the fact that I'm doing this for money, my time is money, and I'm not going to spend 49 hours trimming this brisket aggressively. I'm just going to take off the big, huge chunks of fat. When I'm going towards my hand, I'm keeping the knife down. I'm not having the knife up so that in case the knife does slip, it doesn't come and hit me in the hand. Now there is a trail of fat that runs between the two muscles. The bottom muscle at this point being the point, the top muscle here being the flat. Again, with the way that this is oriented. And you can come in and you can separate those two muscles to take out all of the fat, but I'm gonna leave, you know, enough to still provide some flavor while this is cooking. flip the brisket over. I, again, trim my briskets rather aggressively, and I'll leave no more than 1/4 of an inch of fat on the top of the brisket. And you see I nicked or got down to the muscle there. That's completely fine for what I'm doing. Where I am, my customers do not appreciate having a whole bunch of fat. If you are somewhere where your customers don't mind the fat, you know, more power to you. But where I am, folks don't 100% appreciate all of that fat. So I trim it more aggressively so that the brisket can cook faster. The last thing I'm going to do is turn this back over. And again, keep in mind, this is my clean hand, my hand with the knife. And I told you before, I have a glove on this hand only because I have a cut on this hand. So I'm trying to protect the cut and the food from the Band-Aid on my hand. But let's flip this. And there is a pretty big chunk of fat right here that I'm debating. There are sometimes, if the fat is pretty prominent, I'll cut it out so that the brisket can lay flatter, and that fat taken out will again help this cook faster. I'm gonna leave this today just because I want to try to get as high of a yield as possible. But if it were egregious, like if it were sitting right here, I would probably cut this out. So the more I look at it, I'm debating. I'm gonna leave it alone. Since I see this bit of silver skin here, let's get this out. And some more fat here that I can take out. I don't mind removing the intramuscular fat, the fat that's in between the two muscles, because that's not going to render 100%. But the fat that's on top, and that will render more than the fat that is intramuscular. Alright, that's it for trimming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to season this at this point, and then I'll get it out on the smoker.